Good enough time to give for the stream to start. Sorry. Hello, we're back with Night Enter the Gungeon. I felt like playing it for fun, cause why not? Give me a second. We'll get started real quick. I'm loading up the. Whoops. I'm loading up the YouTube chat, just in case someone just pops in. If not, you know, it's fine. We're going super late at night because I'm still up. I'm waiting for things to update. Sorry for the loud noises. I'm trying to put my phone back in its case. Anyway, I'm just up super late and I'm waiting for things to update and sort of just install on my computer and my PlayStation a little bit. And so I figure, why not waste that time playing some Enter the Gungeon? I got through watching a couple movies and I think this is a really cool game to just sort of play and chat to, like, talk over, because it's not super, it doesn't really require my attention, like, 100% of the time, so, yeah, alright, let's just keep going with the Marine. That was the guy I went with last time, so let's go for it. Let's see, do I remember how to play? I don't know, I think I do. It kind of seems like I do. Let's find out. Anyway, yeah, I got to watching a lot of movies today. Well, I say a lot, 3. All ones I hadn't seen before, was kind of excited for, and then I don't know, just for some reason, well, actually, 2 I hadn't seen before, and then 1 just for the fun of it, because I figured, why not? The first movie I watched tonight was Greenland, which was, oh, dude. Uh-oh. I'm not good at this anymore. First movie I watched was Greenland, which is a recent movie from last year with Gerard Butler, about the, sort of the, you know, family living through the end of the world. And, that was super fun. Sorry, focusing. Yeah, that was super fun. A little cliche, if you will. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna do something for myself. Because it's a little late at night and I don't feel like talking so loudly. There we go. Okay, now the music should be a little better. You can probably hear me more over the music, but, yeah. Ooh! Uh-oh. Oh, why did I go here? Oh, key. Yeah, that was super fun. A little bit of a weird, kind of simple premise, or not premise, but a simple set of things. I'm gonna go ahead and say, actually, real quick, before I even talk about this stuff, which is full-on spoilers for all these movies I'm about to talk about. Because if you haven't seen them and are interested in them, maybe don't take a listen to this one. But, yeah. I watched Greenland. Greenland was weird. Basically, the premise of the movie is it just kind of starts off with, like, oh, well, there's some kind of meteor or a comet that's going to pass by Earth, and, oh, hey, boss room. There's a meteor that's gonna, or comet, I keep saying meteor, I don't really know the difference, but there's a comet that's gonna pass by the Earth, and it's gonna be the closest comet that's ever come to the Earth, ever. And then, as time goes on, people find out that it's more than just gonna pass us, that it's actually gonna hit us, and then they find out that it's actually going to wreck the Earth completely, and cause the extinction of humanity and all life on Earth, or almost all life on Earth. Ooh, I'm gonna come back for that gun, because that is a gun from, well, it's supposed to be like a gun from Aliens. Also I have a golden key. Sorry, I just realized. I don't know what that golden key does. Oh! Uh-oh, I'm dead. Nope. Whew. Very weird movie. I would say entertaining, but not in the good way. it's kind of just easy to figure out where it's gonna go, and more so than even just where it's gonna go, it's sort of like you'll start to get into a little scenario moment where it's like, oh, I know where this is going, or you'll go from one place to the next and not really understand what the reason for it is. So yeah, overall though, fun movie. Not I would say nothing crazy, just okay. Basically, most of my problems with that movie are that, like, you run into a lot of here's these characters that we're setting up for like 2 seconds to introduce to you, and then they die. And it's sort of like, oh, well, I get what the reason for that was. Basically, there's a character that at a certain point the main characters sort of get separated by circumstances that just keep getting worse, and it doesn't really help that, you know, they're constantly far behind from each other. Sorry, focusing. It doesn't help that they're constantly far away from each other. Ooh, I got so lucky there. Did you see that? Was that all of them? Gerard Butler's character goes into like ooh, that looks like Constantine's gun from. How do I look at it? This way. Okay. Ooh. The Big Iron is a strange revolver created by attaching additional barrels to a magnum. The barrels are not actually connected to the chamber, but they fire nonetheless. Decades ago, Bullet Kid learned the existence of human gunsmiths. In the intervening years, they have attempted to replicate the art of guncraft with mixed results. Huh. How do I switch guns? Triangle. Okay. Let's try this guy out for a little bit. He gets separated. Gerard Butler gets separated from his wife and children, and he gets put into the back of a. He gets put into the back of a like a truck, like a what would you call it? It's almost like a fruit truck. Anyway, he gets separated from his family, and as he's in it, he starts talking to some random guy that's in there, who basically his only reason for existing is you're supposed to feel bad for him because his family got picked, but he doesn't talk to his family anymore. And then, I'm not even joking, within 5 minutes of that, my TV's freaking out, sorry. Within 5 minutes of that, he dies for no reason. You can give me 1 second. I'm going to try to figure out what's going on with my TV and why it's freaking out. There we go. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. I was getting, like, weird little flashes, and then I wasn't getting my video anymore. Sorry. Talking about... God, it threw me for a loop. I was talking about, Greenland. Yeah, right. That character dies within a couple moments, and honestly, it doesn't make any sense. Like I said, he's just there to make you feel like, oh, I can't believe he died. And then that's it. Because even the movie moves on. Like, they do not talk about him anymore. Like, I think there's one very, not even a whole throwaway line, but just like a half throwaway line, where they talk about him, and then he's gone immediately. And it's like, wow, well, I'm glad we wasted our time on that. But whatever. Can I sell this guy stuff? Some gungers can catch your bullets and fire them back at you. Time your shots well. Whoa. That's freaky. I think your wallet needs to reload. I don't know. I think it's a fun disaster movie, but I think it falls into a lot of the same stuff. A lot of the same problems that other disaster movies do. And I don't understand it. Which is, you can never have the family characters be normal. Like, just be a family. Oh, these two again. What are they called? The Bullet Brothers? The Trigger Twins. Bullet Brothers. Anyway. Let's switch to this guy. I died. That was easy. I'm dead now. I don't know. I think it's a fun movie. I just think I'm tired of seeing that in disaster movies. Like every single disaster movie has the estranged dad from the wife and kid or kids, and then the whole movie is he's gotta prove to them, specifically even more so his wife, that he can be a good father, and then he does, but they're at the end of the world, so it doesn't matter. So, they're happy to be with each other, but then that's it, and it's like, okay, I'm good. Oiled cylinder reload. Ooh, faster reloads. Okay. I think I appreciate that the movie doesn't spend a whole lot of time like doing the special effects to show the explosions like too much. It's always kind of felt like it's offhand and in the distance and away from like it's not meant to be the main center point of it. It's supposed to be this family drama, which is nice. I appreciate that, but at a certain point all these disaster movies start to blend into each other. One of the biggest ones too, which was a super disappointment, was that second Godzilla movie, King of the Monsters, the second American Godzilla movie. I love Godzilla movies, but those are terrible. And that second one does exactly what I'm talking about, which is it does like this weird family drama where the mom and the kid are they're still talking to each other and they still love each other and whatever, but the dad did something weird, we don't like him, and he has to prove himself, and by the end he does, and it just doesn't make any sense, personally. I think it's really boring, because it happens in every disaster movie. 2012 did it, Independence Day. What was the other movie with Pierce Brosnan? Dante's Peak. And I think there was like another one that did something very similar. It's just boring after a while. I got health. Oh, I was like, the shopkeeper's mad at me already for some reason? That's just blocked off. Anyway, oh, awesome. Second movie I watched today was Psycho Goreman. That was fun. Stupid, but really fun. There's this like sort of alien entity, evil villain guy that destroys worlds and whatever, and he was, you know, hunted down by all these like protectors of the universe type people. Then he gets, oh my god, look at this thing. The protectors of the universe capture him and they put him in a box, and that box gets sent to Earth. And that box gets opened by two little kids who find out they can control him to do whatever they want. And, man, is that movie funny. Reminds me a lot of, like, Monster Squad and stuff. Like, in a way, just these really weird, goofy little kids, having fun with this creature that is so horribly violent and destructive. And, like, some of the stuff he does to people, because he likes torturing people or whatever, or just beings in general that he captures. And one of the things he likes doing is like not only torturing them but causing them eternal pain, and it's so gory and disgusting looking. But it's overall done really weirdly well. Like, it's really funny in a way that I didn't think would be funny, but it is. And Baby Good Mimic. And even more so than that is the feeling I get from the movie, as weird as this might sound, is it reminds me of Power Rangers in a way, but like way more dark and gory, and it's fun. Check that one out. Got a lot of cool special effects. I won't ruin too much about what happens in the rest of the movie because it's fairly straightforward, but still very fun. Briefly absorbs enemy bullets and converts them to ammo. The molecules in this rare piece of stone are naturally aligned, such that all of their bullets face the same direction. Okay. Do I have to get hit by them? Or is it just saying in general it turns into bullets like around me? Anyway. Or no, I have to press it, right? What is the button to use it? Use R2. Okay, got it. Where are the enemies at? Really? Nothing? Just an empty room? Huh. Alright. Just go to that boss room then. Something fun I didn't know. And I kind of am mad at myself for not recognizing it. But, sorry, one of the monster characters in the movie, because there are multiple, he's played by Rich Evans, which I thought was funny. I probably shouldn't have used that. Sorry, I'm focusing. I've been talking about the next movie I watched, but not yet. Nope! Because see, I'm getting hit by talking. I've never beat this guy before, have I? God, there's like no room in this arena. Can do this. No! I dodged. This isn't a fun game to play while talking, I guess. I thought it would be, but I guess it isn't. Taking a look at something on my phone real quick. Okie doke, just making sure everything's all good. Okay, let's keep going. I suck at this game. Never claim to be an expert. Wouldn't it be funny if I started off as like, I'm the best at this game, let's go. But I'm not. I've barely played this game. Almost every single... No, except one time. Every single time I played this game has been on stream, including this one. Look at them guys over there. They're crazy. Ooh. Oh, that was easy. Does that blow up? No, it's just there's water everywhere. Is water bad for bullets? Is that what it is? Ooh! Bad. I got rid of my armor. Dang it. What was the third movie I watched? I don't even remember. Oh, the third movie I watched was me rewatching Doom from 2005. I have not seen that movie in forever. A person I like to watch frequently on Twitch is King Lord Brian. For those of you who may not know who that is, he's a pretty cool streamer. He's one of the many members of Mega64, but he's a pretty cool dude, and he was streaming Doom 3, and let me see, can I talk this thing? Nope, it will not. I need that key, dang it. He was streaming Doom 3, and I happened to stumble upon it, and I decided I should help him because, one, that game is incredibly frustrating for people who, you know, aren't incredibly familiar with the game, and two, because it's a game that I actually, for some stupid reason, enjoy. But, yeah, I decided I wanted to help him out, you know, give him sort of an easier way to go through the game. Because that game, like I said, can be incredibly frustrating up to a point. And I also think the end of that game is kind of a bummer. But, yeah. So, ooh, no, get away from me. That all of it? Yeah, cool. Ooh, look at all that. Oh, Shopkeeper's over there. I'm gonna keep going though. Yeah, so anyway, he beat Doom 3. I managed to help him a little bit through that, but he did it, you know, mostly, he did it by himself. Who am I kidding? You know, he didn't need my help. That last end game, though, I could tell was getting a little frustrating for him, of Doom 3. If you've never played that game, I say give it a shot, and if you don't like it after a certain point, I understand. I do, like I said, I like that game for some weird reason. It's got like a bit of a nostalgia kind of thing for me. All the Doom games do, except maybe the most recent ones that I don't have nostalgia for because they're new, but you know. Those old ones I have a lot of nostalgia for, and especially for some reason Doom 3, like, I'd say maybe I have more nostalgia for Doom 1. But regardless, this is getting way further away from the point that I wanted to get to, which was, after watching you go through that game, it made me go like, man, I haven't, like, that movie, it came out, and I remember getting excited for it because it had The Rock in it, and it was marketed as, like, it was sort of marketed as, like, the, you know, we're bringing Doom finally, Phil Brightway, all the cool things from Doom. And then they were like, you know, we're taking some designs and ideas from Doom 3, but not all of it. And then we're doing it ourselves. And I was like, ooh, that sounds like it'll be fun. And it came out, and then a couple years later I finally saw it, and that movie is bad. Yeah. The best way to sum it up is I don't understand why you would want to make a movie out of Doom. Because that sounds like the most boring movie idea ever, and, you know, it is. Which reminded me of a discussion I had with a friend of mine a long time ago, which was basically like, there's a reason movies don't work, or games don't work as movies, and it's, you know, you lose the interactivity of the game. And if you're dealing with a game that isn't necessarily so story focused in the right way, you don't get a fun movie. Unless it says increases damage at the cost of bullet velocity. These faceted bullets glitter with colors unseen in the depths of the gungeon. Okay, stronger but slower. Cool. It basically boiled down to that, and I was thinking, you know, I can see where he's coming from. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I get it. And I just picked up a bug. Gungeon ant? What army? Alternates between oily bursts and fiery blasts. When the great bullet fell from the sky, not even the earth beneath the gungeon was spared. The ants that made their home beneath the floors became terrifying in size and capable of projectile spit. Nearly extinct, the last of the species occasionally hide in chests. Huh. Oh. Okay. Weird. This is a weird gun. Yeah, I didn't agree with him on that conversation because I was like, you know, I think if you get the right set of people and the right game, you can do it. This is probably the boss room, right? Yeah, cool. Just making sure. I would say, you know, sometimes that thought goes through my mind and it's like, yeah, he was right. And then other times I'm like, maybe not so much. And I think one of the worst examples of that is the Doom movie, because that is, like I said, it just sounds like the most boring movie idea ever, which is just like, why would you want to make a movie out of this? Doom is so little of a story, and it's literally almost all gameplay. What makes that game so fun is that you don't have to... What? A camera gun? I thought this was some kind of passive thing. A camera brought to the gungeon by a journalist. The camera shaped enough like a gun to survive in the gun. What? How does this work? What? That's so weird. Anyway, what was it saying? Yeah, right. The whole point of what makes Doom fun is how fast it is and how little you really care about any of the story, right? And I'm talking like the original. I mean Doom 3, but still. To make a movie out of that sounds so weird to me. Because it just is like, why? I'm dead. Oh man, this is a terrible game to want to talk over. God, I'm really terrible at these games. At this one specifically, but dang. What is it saying? Doom. Movie sucks. To put it simply. There's literally never any mention of hell, like, at all? Which doesn't make any sense at all. The game is about demons coming from hell. And they're not demons in the movie that they fight. They explain them as a scientific mutation of bad people. Which is like, what? It's a game about a game about fighting demons. Here, I'm gonna go to the menu real quick. Sorry, weird jumping up and down. Don't look at my stuff thing. Anyway. Yeah, that movie sucks. I think my favorite line from the whole movie is from Rosamund Pike's character, Samantha Grimm. In the movie, her name is Samantha Grimm. My favorite line in the whole movie is, do you think your life would be different if you were looking down a microscope instead of a sniper scope? Which made me laugh, and I had to rewind just to make sure I heard it right, and it was just as bad as I heard it. And the funny thing is, the idea is that, like, you get bit by this weird worm thing and you become a demon if you have, if you're bad. If you're a bad person, which sometimes doesn't really make any sense, like what constitutes a bad person. And everyone turns into some form of the demons from Doom 3, and a version of the Imp or the Hell Knight, or there's a literal guy named Pinky who turns into the Pinky Demon, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. But if you're a good person, you get harder, better, faster, stronger. And at the end of the movie, The Rock gets infected, but he doesn't turn into any demon, really. He just becomes... Do you remember that part in Dragon Ball Z when Vegeta and Trunks, like, go, like, Super Saiyan 2, but then they become, like, really buff? It's basically the same thing. With his face and his whole body, he becomes really buff and kind of scary looking. He doesn't really look that scary. But anyway, it's such a weird movie. I think we're going to switch games because I suck at this game so bad. But I don't know what to switch to. I could install Doom real quick. And we could just switch over to that. That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, you know what? I feel like I'm talking about it. Let's do it. Go to my purchases real quick. Doom 1. And I guess we'll do Doom 2. Why not? Let me just start installing them. This shouldn't take too long. Anyway, if you've seen any new movies, let me know. I love talking about movies. They're literally my second favorite. No, they're my favorite thing. So they're like my favorite form of media. Movies, good or bad, doesn't matter. I like talking about movies. Video games are second. Who would have thought? Yeah. If you've seen any new movies, let me know. I know Mortal Kombat's supposed to come out in a couple days. I'm not really looking forward to that. It looks kind of like garbage, to be honest. Then again, so did the original Mortal Kombat movie. And honestly, I don't even really like that movie either, so just kind of looks like trash. The movie I am waiting for the most is Tom Clancy's Without Remorse, which is a movie with Michael B. Jordan basically playing the Punisher. And hey, I am down for that. Are you telling me Michael B. Jordan, one of the best actors ever? Okay, he's probably not one of the best, but he's a really good actor. One I like a lot. I like to watch him in movies. One of my favorites is going to be playing literally my favorite comic book character, the Punisher. Very cool. Also, don't get it twisted. The Punisher is my favorite comic book character, although maybe aside from, like, Invincible, which, oh my god, I can't believe it got such a really good TV show. I gotta keep watching. I gotta watch the newest episode that came out. I don't like the Punisher because he kills the bad people. I like the Punisher because the stories are incredibly twisted, and they're really interesting. And I also love seeing what certain people do with him, like Frankencastle or the Holy Weapons. Anyway, or Jake Gallows from Punisher 2099 and his weird torture basement. Anyway. But yeah, to be able to see him play that character is pretty cool. And I know it's not necessarily specifically like, Marvel's The Punisher, but it is exactly the same story. Man gets caught in between gets caught in between some kind of gunfight with his wife and child, although not born, but still, there's a child involved. Then they die, and he is supposed to be dead, but he survived. Then, you messed up. He wakes up, and now he's on his ride of revenge and vengeance, and he kills everything in his way, and he just wants answers. That's the Punisher. That's Frank Castle. All the way. Hey, hopefully, this goes to show people that A, if you're going to do the Punisher again, don't do Frank Castle. I think we nailed him with John Bernthal. We don't need to try again. And B, he can be whatever race he wants. It literally doesn't matter. It's cool. Just so long as it's done by a really good actor. I mean, I know a lot of people don't care much of that Thomas Jane movie, but I think Thomas Jane did a pretty damn good job of the Punisher. At least in my opinion, he did. I don't think it's the best, of course. I think we already got the best, which is John Bernthal. But still, I can't wait to see that though. That's at the end of the month, April 30th. Let's see, what else is coming out that's new? You know what? Let's open IMDb real quick and just sort of like look. Opening up IMDb. I wish I could do this. You know, nah. I was gonna say I wish I could do this on my laptop, but you know what? New. Demon Slayer movie. I haven't even seen the anime. Okay. Recently got Color Out of Space for like super cheap on Blu-ray with the slipcover. Sorry, I like collecting Blu-rays, so slipcovers are very important to me. But I recently got that, and I haven't given that a watch yet. But it looks pretty fun. Like I don't know, it looks like some nice H.P. Lovecraft-y type thing. Let's see, what is this? Those Who Wish Me Dead. Teenage murder witness finds himself pursued by twin assassins in the Montana wilderness, with a survival expert tasked with protecting him and a forest fire threatening to consume them all. Starring Angelina Jolie for HBO Max. Taylor Sheridan's directing. Okay, I know who it is. This sounds like it could be good. Sounds like a lot of the stuff he wrote, though. Above Suspicion. That looks terrible. The Killing of Two Lovers. The Dry with Eric Bana. Mads Mikkelsen, Riders of Justice. What is this awesome looking thing? Marcus, who has to go home to his teenage daughter Matilda when his wife dies in a tragic train accident. It seems like an accident until a mathematics geek, who is also a fellow passenger on the train, and his two colleagues show up. That sounds really interesting. I'm going to give that a watch when that comes out. I can't wait. Looks to be international. Yeah, Danish movie. Cool. It's his home. Why not? And speak his normal language, right? Speaking of Mads Mikkelsen, I watched. It's been a while now, but I don't know if you haven't. This is a recommendation. For those of you who haven't seen Arctic, the amazing movie directed by Joe Penna, starring Mads Mikkelsen and literally two other people in that movie who do not really speak ever. Watch that movie. Oh my god, it is so good. It's like an hour 40 minutes, something like that, but it honestly flies by, and it's so good. It's such a good movie. Give that one a watch, trust me. And for those of you who may not know, Joe Penna, he is directing Stowaway now, coming out on Netflix. Let's see, I'm gonna look that one up and see what date it is. Stowaway. Whoops, spelled it wrong. Who cares? April 22nd. Ooh. That's a couple days away. Written by the same two, Joe Penna and Ryan Morrison, directed by him as well, as Arctic, sorry. But for those of you who may not know who he is, he's Mr. Guitar Man. Used to be a very popular YouTuber back in like the very early days of YouTube, when it mattered most. And God, that guy makes some fantastic stuff. I was always obsessed with his videos when I was a kid, but like that Arctic just blew me away. Like I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was fantastic. All right, let's see. Checking out the status of Doom and Doom 2's downloads. I paused Doom 2 to let Doom 1 go. Let's see, what else happened? What other movies did I watch? Let me see. You know what? Let's go through my ratings and see what else I watched recently. Although it didn't seem like there's been much. Ratings. Here we go. Dracula. No, that was a while ago. Love, Death, and Robots. That was also a while ago. You're Next? Oh. I did watch that a while ago. That was a weird movie. I think I could, how do I put it? I think if I were just slightly a different person, I probably would have loved that movie. But I'm okay with it. I think it's a good movie. I think it's entertaining. Or not good, but I think it's entertaining. I just don't care about all the twists and weird stuff personally. They just, it's like, okay, we don't need to be doing this. Fun movie. Kind of hate the cinematography in it. It's very shaky uh, throughout most of it. It's very, how do I put it? It's very frantic and hectic when it doesn't need to be. It could just be way simpler and way. Like I understand the idea. I know I'm saying just like it kind of just sounds like I'm blanket statement just saying like shaky cam is terrible. I think shaky cam can have its place. I think it can convey chaos and quick, tense moments. I just think that when every single tense and quick moment and scary moment in general is that it gets tiring after, I don't know, 2 seconds. It's why people don't like the Bourne Identity fight and talk about it constantly because it's like unbearable to watch. You can't make out any sense of anything. It's why Taken 3 is like one of the worst rated movies ever because it is so bad. But you get my point. I don't have to say more than that. Batman the Killing Joke. That was a while ago. That was something I rated, but sometimes I go on IMDb and just kind of rate things that I forgot to rate after I watch them. But Batman the Killing Joke was one of them. Batman the Killing Joke has a really low rating, which is a 6.4, which I don't necessarily disagree with. But I also think, guys, give that movie a break. I don't think it's the worst. I think I've seen worse. And while I probably would say maybe just go read the graphic novel, it's not awful. I'll admit that first moment with Barbara Gordon and what happens there, if for those of you who may not have seen it, I don't want to ruin it. I think that stuff could have been, we didn't really need to add that. But otherwise, it's fine. It's not awful. I mean, I don't really know what people expect when they watch the animated DC movies that are based off of certain graphic novels. Oh, I want it to be exactly like the graphic novel. Well, sorry, that's not going to happen. People pull their own enjoyment out of things differently, and I don't think everyone's going to react to that stuff the same way. And I think it's very weird to expect it to be. So, maybe just chill out. And, I mean, it's fine if you like the graphic novel. I like The Killing Joke a lot. It's a really good graphic novel. But I also wasn't expecting a one-to-one perfect adaptation of it. Because I don't care about it getting perfectly I don't care about it getting perfectly adapted. I care more so about the story being there, which to me, it was there. Again, I'll agree. The Batgirl stuff in Bring Eating, we could have done without. I get why it's there, and I get that it's supposed to be for that easy bit of, remorseful, pity and whatever. You're supposed to feel bad for her, but, otherwise, fine. I think it's fine. I think people need to chill out. Let's see. All the Halloween movies I watched, which I might do something else with that later on. Who knows? I'm not saying anything definitive or any, I'm not confirming or denying anything. I'm just saying, who knows? Maybe, I don't know. Sorry, I thought I had a burp there. Angel, Avenging Angel. Did I not rate the third one? Oh, god damn it. For those of you who are wondering, Angel and Avenging Angel, and what is the third one called? Angel 3, The Final Chapter, I think? Yep. Are weird movies. I'm just going to put it like that. Probably not for everyone. Maybe don't watch those. I think they're funny, but I also think they're not for everyone. Let's see. Oh, I just scrolled past one that I have been wanting to talk about. The New Mutants. What a disappointing movie. Again, not because I wanted it to be a perfect one-to-one adaptation of the comic, or well, it's the comics because there's no graphic novels, or maybe there is, and I just don't remember. But I remember it being based off of comics. I think that it's fine if given the context of the X-Men movies, you try to make your own sort of story out of it. But man, oh, what a disappointment! And it could have been way better, but it wasn't. Like, it was so close, so close. And the thing is, I think what probably ended up ruining that movie's reputation in a lot of people's eyes is waiting so long for the movie. When was the original? I saw an image that was like, here was the original day that it was announced, and then here was the release date they gave along with that announcement. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Movie. Whoops. Oh, cool. Thank you. Firefox, you just completely deleted everything I typed. Cool. Alright. Doom 1 installed, so now we're going to install Doom 2. Don't worry, I'm not going to just sit here and talk about movies all the time. Or who knows, maybe I will. Filming took place in Boston from July to September 2017. That's 3 whole years before the movie came out. With an April 2018 release in mind. That's 2 years, okay? And it kept getting changed. It was announced, let's see, it doesn't have an announced date, but it was set for April 13th, 2018. Then it was delayed to February 22nd, 2019 because they didn't want it to step over Deadpool 2. Like, of course Deadpool 2 is going to make a bunch of money. You guys knew that. You could have just released it at the same time. But okay. Then August 2nd, 2019. But no, we got to avoid Dark Phoenix. Like, you guys set the dates. What are you doing? Then finally, April 3rd, 2020. But then Disney bought Fox. And finally it came out, was it August? Yeah. Terrible. Terrible. August 28th, 2020. Like, it was the anticipation for that movie that ruined it. For a lot of people. Like, I wasn't expecting a stellar movie. I was just expecting something entertaining. And then when I watched it finally, it was like, it kind of felt like it was butchered, but more so than it feeling like it was butchered, it felt like, man, what a waste of time for everyone. Fox, Disney, myself, and people watching it. Like, god dang. Anyway, alright. The stream's going to end here for just a moment, and then we're going to come back with Doom 1. In the meantime, in the little in-between, I'm going to go get myself some water, because I'm getting a little dry. Here we go. Oh, gotta turn my audio on. Oh, look, the marine. Okay, we'll be right back. Promise. This time. I know I said it one time before, and then I got really tired and stopped streaming.